Got it started. Okay, guys, so what we're doing today is in week 3, we're trying to create a lab, and that's what I was explaining. I just started explaining that, okay, let's create a VMware lab in our laptops. We will open VMware Workstation Pro 16, so go ahead and open it now. I'll be doing that for you, and I'll be showing you how to do that. In fact, okay, more students are coming. In fact, let me remotely connect to my desktop or the mini PC, not mini mini PC, and that mini PC is actually sitting right beside me, and I just need its IP address, IP config. I'm just writing there on the other keyboard to get the IP of my mini PC so I could connect to that. Okay, got it. So it's 192.168.177. So I'll connect here MSTSC, Microsoft Terminal Console, and it opens this remote desktop connection. It opens this remote desktop connection. So I'm just connecting remotely to my machine, which is sitting right beside me. 2.168.2.177. And
No. No, sir. Hello?
not in from this count. Okay. Let me just grab the password of this account here. That is the in course messages. In course messages. Okay. Okay. Katie. Katie's not logged in. Okay. I'll send a message in Blackboard. She's. I need to put it in course in Blackboard. So yeah, I'm on the other side and I'm going to. Okay, so
No? Hello?
create select the students. Like this WebEx join. As I put it on WhatsApp, right? This one that's once. Okay, it does work. All right, so connected. Okay. Now, I hear you, but not the prof. Guys, are you able?
Yeah, we are you. Are you hearing me? Hello? Hello? Test? Test?
I just made a little more change. Can
Yes,
anyone speak
test.
here?
Yes, test. Test.
And
Test. Test. Test.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Okay, guys. So Xavier, you're speaking.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm disconnected from the second screen, so I need to hopefully fix that.
Monday. Now I will be able to hear you. I was just connected to this. Screen sharing stopped. Screen sharing has because monitor one has been, yeah. I'll just start the screen sharing again. Now I can hear you guys. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're okay. Thank you. Okay, I'll put the chat here again. Okay, when I connect my HDMI from the monitor to this laptop, it's just yeah, then it's blocking the rest. Okay, Chinwendu, it's okay. Everything's working now. Calm down. Okay, so here, are you able to hear me? Yeah, done. Okay. All right, guys. So we will open Vmware Workstation Pro 16, and then I will just so once we open that, we will
Hear me?
create. Yeah.
You can hear me now. Okay, all right, I can hear you. I'm just joining, right? So I just want to know, we just started, right?
Yes, you're participating, and any problem from your side? Audio video is okay?
I'm just hearing you now. I'm just joining, so I just want to know where you are.
Okay. So we will create a virtual machine. Actually 4 virtual machines. Create 4 virtual machines. The first one will be Windows Server 2016, 19, 2022, whichever I said. Either you have 2022 or 2019 or 2016, any of those will work. So it doesn't have to be 2019 if you don't have it. If you have it, it's okay. Okay. Other than that, we will install what? We will install we will properly configure our first VM, and then we will install the Active Directory. And I may have explained that before. In fact, can anyone tell me in one liner, I guess, or two liners, what is Active Directory? DNS, CP. Anyone knows that? I think some of you know it. Okay, we'll install Active Directory DNS and DHCP. Once everything is proper, so no one knows. Oh, that's okay. Once everything is properly configured, then okay, so then we will deploy the other 3 VMs where we will install what? Install VMware ESXi hypervisor 7, right? So that's our plan, and I'll just control this. Okay, so first of all, those who are ready with the lab, did you open the VMware Workstation Pro 16 or VMware Workstation, whichever version you have, edition you have?
Yes, sir. It's asking for license key, or if you want to try for 16
30 days.
to 30 days, yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead with the 30 days.
Okay.
And within the 30 days, so guys, one more thing I need to mention here, and I may have mentioned that before as well, and that is the access to VMware student site. So VMware student site, student official site. So when now the Humber is actually authorized academy of VMware, so they do create your accounts on VMware website as well, where you can get the free key for VMware Workstation Pro 16 for 2 years. And also you can get access to other VMware software with the keys. So, by I think, well, in next week, I will be following up with you that do you have an invitation email either from Humber or VMware mentioning Brightspace slash D2L. Okay. So Brightspace or D2L. You may also search the word Brightspace in your college email. You can search the word D2L and check if there is any invitation. If not, let me know in the chat or in the Humber college email, right? That you did not see, but try to search the Brightspace in your college email and slash D2L. If you did not get it, then if you did not get invitation, then let me know. I will ask the college administration that when would the students get invitation from this Brightspace VMware partner site. So, it is VMware partner site for students. Okay, so if you did not get it, if you have searched and you did not get it, then let me know. If anyone has got the invitation email from VMware or any email mentioning Brightspace or D2L, just let me know then that you got it or not. Okay. Okay. So so Pradeep says no email, and Chinvendu says I did not get it, sir. Okay, Nicholas says, oh, Nicholas, you got it. Nicholas, which search words did you use? Check in your spam. Okay, thank you. Guys, go ahead, check in your spam or junk mail in your college email with
What's
the
the subject of the email?
okay, Nicholas, college email.
What subject of the email?
Well, Nicholas, what is the subject of the email? Welcome, please redeem your VMware subscription. Okay, Chinwendu, you can see in the chat, right? Okay, guys, give me a sec here. I'm stop sharing the screen because I am just trying to extract the password. Just give me a sec here. And you can try to search for that passwords. Okay. Okay, got it. I'm just checking the password. Oh no, it's not this. Oh, serious. Okay, so this means that guys, I'm just trying to remotely connect to my machine, and its password is. Cool. Serious? The different user. Okay, so what's happening is that it's not letting me remotely connect to my machine. So I could show you. So um, I'm just getting all the passwords out of this.
So I requested the license key, but they said in an email it would take up to 12 hours. So go ahead with the 30 days.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so um, what's happening here is that what I can do is I can just quickly install VMware Workstation here and just get it started. So what I'm going to do is download VMware Workstation because I should have checked, but I remotely did not. I'm not able to connect to the other powerful machine. But for today's lab, what we need to do, I don't need a very powerful machine. So drive.google.com. I'm just downloading the VMware Workstation version here quickly, and then I'll just share the screen again. Sorry for this. Workstation Pro. Okay. Workstation Pro. You know, you should not start with the new laptops. They always are pain. Okay, let me just share now. Easy chat. Oh, it says you're actually Nicholas says the email is from info@itacademy.brightspace.com. Chinwendo says I did not get the emails or okay. Chinwendo, and anyone else who did not get the email? Check in spam on number mail. Okay, Pradeep still insists. So Chinwendo, did you check spam? I'm sure you would have. Um, uh, just try to check spam for what Nicholas is saying in the chat. Otherwise, let me know and I will obviously just simply uh, ask the Hamburg College administration to send you another invitation, although they send it to, they told me already that they send it to every student. So guys, can you all go to your spam folder and check for an email as in the WebEx chat, Nicholas is saying info@itacademy.brightspace.com. Siri says I didn't get in my spam as well. Okay, so Chinwendo and Siri, two students haven't got it. Anyone else? Please let me know quickly. VMware Workstation Pro. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. When things start getting bad, they just go worst. So, okay. Okay. Good. So what's going on, guys, is that I'm not able to connect to my remote machine, so I have to download quickly this one to my machine here, the Vmware workstation. So this is all getting recorded. So how to install Vmware workstation and then use it for 30 days. So I'll do that, and then later when you get access to your Brightspace, which is VMware portal for students, when you get access to that, you can get the key within 30 days. You should be able to get the keys as well. My installation is 1 minute left. That's those 1 minute. That happens in. Okay, Pradeep says you guys checked on Humber Mail in chat. Susan says go to Gmail and use your Humber number at humbermail.ca to log into your college mail. Oh, so Susan says Gmail, go to Gmail and use your Humber, which is number at humbermail.ca to log into your college email. So my VMware session is nearly done. I'll quickly install it, and then we'll start creating virtual machines. I'll explain each and every step, what I'm configuring and why I'm configuring that. Okay, so this is just getting ready. Okay, done. This is VMware Workstation 16, and I'll just double click and install it quickly. So this is VMware Workstation Pro 16. So it's starting to install. This is because of this I have to install it here now. Okay, it's still on its way. Okay, so there you go. I'll just click next. There's not much here. Next, just to go ahead and install this VMware Workstation 16. Enhance keyboard, nah. Add VMware Workstation console tools into path. Yeah, okay. Join VMware customer experience. No. Check for updates. No. Put an icon on desktop. Yeah. Go ahead. Install. Okay. So it's just next, but I did some options, chose some options there. This is already recording, so obviously you will get everything. If you're not following now, it's okay. You can just follow it later as well. And looks like I'm beginning to hate Windows 11 already. Should not have been early adopters. So while this is going on, okay, so I'll start the visual diagram and explain what is our visual. Okay, so it says license here, and Okay, so it's still starting. I'll just switch to this. So it says license, but I will be obviously clicking finish here, and then I'll be just going for the 30 days license, and by that time everyone would have gotten the uh, email from Brightspace. So far I see that Anoop didn't get it, Sri didn't get it, and Chinvendu did not get it, right? So these three names I need to give to the administration to send you the invitation again. Um, and I'll tell them as well that you guys were. Susan's method works, Siri says. Okay, so Siri has that. I think the other two, you could also follow Susan's method. Who else? Anoop and Chinvendu. If you can see the chat, yeah, you can just follow that method as well. Okay. I'm going to, it's already installed. What's already installed? The VMware workstation. So I'm just going to start the VMware workstation now. So it's VMware, and there's this VMware Workstation Pro, right?
So
So
what
said,
code?
yeah.
Get the code. How do you get the code? I think it's for installation. How do you get the code?
Code for the VMware Workstation Pro.
Yes.
So this is, you're going to start with a 30-day trial period, and the code or the key is inside that website. VMware Workstation, which, oh no, sorry, VMware official student site, and its invitation I was asking you, right? So if you did not get that invitation, then I will be telling the management again. So within 30 days, you should be able to get it. Within next week or the week after, Humber administration should be able to send you the invitation again. Once you log into that website, you will get a key for 2 years for VMware Workstation Pro. Right? So right now, please continue with the 30-day trial period. Okay, so there's in chat, can you please say from start what to do? Siri says, can you, sorry, was looking around and got lost. Can you please start again quick if possible? Anoop, when did you get that email? Okay, Pradeep got my key. Oh, Pradeep, you're fast, man. Slow down. So guys, those who did not get it, this happened last batch, and it happens. Uh, it's just slow from the administration. I can only request them, but you can also email the course coordinator here, Chinvendu and Anoop. You can also email the course coordinator. I think it's who is this? Christopher, I guess. So you can say that some students got the invitation from Brightspace, but you didn't get it. So they will just send you again. Oh, okay. Nicholas also got it, and Pradeep got the key. So some students got the invitation, others did not. They need to send it again. So I'll remind them, and Chinvendu and Anoop, can you remind course coordinator that please, we need the Brightspace invitation again in our Humber email, right? Okay. So Anoop, you were okay, good. Who was asking? Siri. Siri, do you have the VMware Workstation Pro installed? Because I requested that to be installed last week. So, and I just downloaded it, free version from Google. Just put download VMware Workstation Pro and download it and install it. Installation is also next finish, right? So this is all recorded as well if you missed it. Yeah, you were saying?
Excuse me, is there anything else before that we need to install, or just that?
Just this. Just this.
VMware.
If you have VMware Workstation Pro installed already, yeah, the next thing is that hopefully you downloaded the Windows Server 2019, which I requested last week, and I
Yes.
gave the link to everyone as well. If it is downloaded, that's all. So now you just have to follow me. Okay, any questions? Okay. So guys, you can see that it's asking for a key, right? Yeah. It's asking for a key. I don't have the key now. But within 30 days, when I get the access well, I have the access, but when you get the access, I'll show you. You just have to copy the key and paste it here, pretty much when you get the access to the site. So for now, I'm checking this. I want to try VMware Workstation 16 for 30 days. I'm just going to continue with that. Yes. Finito. And it started, right? So the countdown is here, 30 days. Now here, what we need to do is one more thing, and that is so while I'm going to create a diagram here just to explain the whole scenario of the 4 virtual machines, I think that I have to, so if I go for ISO here, because this is a emergency machine, I had to just go for English. So I the other machine, I thought I was able to reconnect after upgrading to Windows 11, but the local password somehow is not really working for me. Uh, it was remotely connecting from Windows 10, but Windows 11 is not. Okay, so while it is so Siri says it's for Windows or Linux. So this website is for Windows, and hopefully you have downloaded the Windows ISO file. So this I gave last week as well. So I'll just put it here. Um, it's in the chat now. So from this link, you need to just download. Now, what we need to do is that I'm going to go back here to the Visio, and I'll just simply explain that what we need to do in 4 virtual machines here. Now, guys, in the production environment, you will be seeing these servers there, right? But in here, you will be seeing virtual machines. So our environment is a virtual environment. Obviously, it's a test environment, but we will be able to implement all the um, complicated configurations within our test environment. That's how VMware created it. So what we're going to do is what we have discussed all this before as well, right? And hmm, that's a cute voice of a kid. Okay, so I'll just explain quickly here. So our 4 machines will have different roles, and I'll be giving you one more link to download a hypervisor as well. Our 4 machines are going to be first will be the Windows machines, second will be the hypervisors, and what roles they will play throughout the lab. Because once we create these 4 machines, obviously we're going to build on top of this the whole network throughout the course, and we're going to be implementing lots of complicated configurations. So the first thing is our lab, and yeah, here. Now, in this, we're going to the first machine is going to be, we're going to name it as well, because naming is so crucial. Naming is directly connected to giving you marks for this course. So our first machine name would be, my name is what? My name is Amir, right? Amir, right? So when you create a machine, obviously you'll follow me step by step, but when you create a machine, wherever I type I'm Amir, Amir, so this is my name, you will be typing your first name. If your first name is long, then first 4 or 5 characters of your first name, you can just type that. And Win01. So first machine name will be Win01, and then this will be the Windows machine. Then there will be ESXi01. ESXi is what? The name of the hypervisor of VMware, right? This is the hypervisor. We are going to learn what is a hypervisor, but I told you last week as well what is the main task of a hypervisor. Anyone can tell me quickly what is the main task of hypervisor? It's a one-liner. You can chat, you can type in chat or say, what is the main task of hypervisor? Quickly. Anyone? You can refer to last week notes. So the main task of a hypervisor is exactly as you said. Actually, nobody said anything. Kidding. Okay. So the main task of hypervisor is to host virtual machines. So because this course will be involved totally with hypervisor. So just keep this one in mind. This one-liner should always be in your mind. Hypervisor equals to host virtual machines. If you do not have a hypervisor, you cannot create a virtual machine. Okay, suppose you say, hey, I created a virtual machine inside my Windows server or Windows 10. Yes, first you have to install Microsoft hypervisor called Hyper-V and then install virtual machine now. So if you don't have a hypervisor, you don't have a virtual machine, right? So always remember hypervisor hosts virtual machines. Without that, you cannot create a virtual machine at all. Or you can create an AWS directly, but they also have their own underlying software. Here, you have to install one. Okay, so we're going to name our virtual machines exactly like this. Wherever my name is, do not put in your lab my name, obviously. You have to put your name there for all the virtual machines as we create one by one. The purpose of this one is that we're going to install Active Directory. What is the purpose of Active Directory? I did ask that before as well. It gives you AAA. It gives you AAA. AAA is what? Authentication, authorization, auditing, or accounting, whichever. So Active Directory gives you AAA, which is authentication, authorization, and auditing, right? So, but in VMware, we're not going to use the authentication mechanism of Microsoft, because VMware has its own authentication method provided by an application called vCenter. So anyway, we're going to install Active Directory, and then we're going to install DNS. We're going to properly configure the DNS because it's a name resolution system. And what does that mean? DNS is a name resolution system. So what does that mean? It offers name resolution. If you want to access a machine over the network, suppose there are 10,000 machines and they all have IP addresses, right? So if you want to access them by name, so you must have DNS available in the network so you could access any machine by name. Suppose you're asking, there are 10 printers there and you are asking, hey, what is the address of the second floor printer? And somebody says it's 10.3.4.5. And you say, what? Instead, you can say second floor printer. If that's the name, you can easily remember it and access it, right? So DNS is crucial. So we're going to properly configure the DNS. And there's a forward lookup zone inside. We're going to configure FLZ, and this is very, very, very crucial for pretty much every environment because you're going to access network resources by name, right? And we're going to configure reverse lookup zone. So for VMware, obviously, it is very, very critical that DNS is properly configured. So reverse lookup zone. So forward lookup zone resolves computer names to IP addresses. Reverse lookup zone resolves IP addresses to computer names. So if you have a name and you want the IP address of the resource, you can get it from DNS. And if you have an IP, oh, I want to know the name of this resource. So you can get it from reverse lookup zone of DNS. Okay, then we're going to install DHCP as well. And there, we're going to create a scope. Although we're not going to have a lot of virtual machines here that will require a DHCP based IP address, but we're going to still install DHCP because at least one machine will be requiring the DHCP based automatically provided IP address, right? So other than that, this one machine will also play one more crucial role, and that is software SAN. We're going to be installing software SAN here because without SAN or storage area network, you don't have a virtual environment, or it's not going to be considered as a professional virtual environment. So I'm going to be, obviously, we're going to do that step by step. You're going to understand that anyway. So that's the role the first machine will play. The second machine is, we call it VIP machine. I'm just referring to it as a very important machine because it will have, this is a hypervisor which will have the most critical virtual machine of this environment, and that virtual machine is going to be called this virtual machine is going to have a vCenter. So this machine is called VCSA. So, okay, let me explain that again. So this whole hypervisor, first of all, when I say hypervisor, or these four are all hypervisors, or these four are all hosts, host 1, host 2, host 3, host 4, or hypervisor 1, hypervisor 2, 3, 4, right? In production environments, they are supposed to be physical servers. Physical server 1, suppose it's from Dell, Dell server, physical server, Dell, physical server, Dell. So in production environment, they will be physical servers. We can't have 4 physical servers for each student separately. So obviously we will have in every college normally has this virtual environment. But whatever happens inside also happens the same way in physical environment. Just only difference is that we have a virtual environment. Production environment will have physical 4 servers. We will have virtual 4 servers. So within this second virtual server, in our case, and in production environment, a physical server, you will have a virtual machine deployed here, and that virtual machine will be called VCSA, the vCenter Server Appliance. So what is the abbreviation of VCSA? Obviously, you're going to get used to it real soon. So vCenter Server Appliance. So when the boss says, hey, did you deploy VCSA, or can you check out VCSA? So you're coming to this virtual machine that is being hosted by the hypervisor. So here it will be Windows Server 2019, and here it will be ESXi hypervisor. We can call it host, or we can call it ESXi hypervisor 1, ESXi hypervisor 2. So suppose you purchase a new $3,000 Dell physical server, right? So $3,000, so $6,000, 3 or 4, $12,000 physical servers. So on this physical server, when you got the first time, you would install directly a hypervisor. You would just put that hypervisor in a bootable USB, put the USB, connect the USB to the physical server, which is a bare metal empty physical server. You just connected, you just assembled. Then you boot from a bootable USB, and that USB also has the hypervisor inside, and you boot from the hypervisor, and then the hypervisor gets installed directly on the empty physical machine, right? Here, we're going to install the hypervisor in an empty virtual machine, right? So you will see the whole installation of hypervisor. You will be doing that installation on your side. So this virtual machine is the most important virtual machine because it has an application called vCenter, and that application controls the whole environment. Without vCenter, you cannot centrally control anything, right? And this whole course revolves around all the features of the vCenter. This course also requires that you should know how a hypervisor works, what are the major components of a hypervisor. And then we'll go directly to the vCenter, and the whole certification that you will be doing will also have a lot of questions about vCenter. So this vCenter application will be living inside a virtual machine called VCSA, and this virtual machine is living inside a hypervisor called ESXi01, or your first name, ESXi01, right? So this virtual machine will be living inside a physical server in a production environment. Here it's inside a virtual server in our test environment. Okay, so this hypervisor is going to play a very crucial role. Then the next 2 hypervisors are for the testing purpose. So these 2 hypervisors we're going to be deploying. We're going to do all the tests on these 2 guys. We will also do crash tests to test some of the, suppose the fault tolerance, FT, fault tolerance feature. We're going to crash the physical or virtual server. This whole hypervisor we're going to crash. The virtual machine on top of that is supposed to fail over to a virtual machine on the other hypervisor. So we're going to actually do crash tests as well. Okay. Okay. So now what these two are for the testing purpose, but I need to also mention the name of the machines. It's already there, right? What will be the IP addresses of the virtual machines? So the IP address of the first one will be 192.168.200 192.168.200.10. The subnet mask will be 255 dot, what is it dot? 255.255.0. The gateway, okay, no gateway for this machine. We actually don't have a gateway in this machine. What is gateway used for? Gateway is used for sending data out of your network from your LAN to the internet, and from internet through the gateway, the data enters your office network or environment, right? So we don't have a gateway. We don't need a gateway. Other machines, we will put a gateway there, fake gateway, that is just to fulfill some configurations, but otherwise we don't need a gateway. Okay, so for the first machine, definitely not, but for the other three machines, we will have a gateway. So this is IP, and this is subnet mask, SM. This is gateway, and then there will be preferred DNS, PD. So preferred DNS would be the same because we will be installing the DNS on the same server here. So that's why we will have a preferred DNS here, this one. Okay, so this is the IP of the first machine. Now we're going to have IP for the second machine. Obviously, we're going to exactly follow this. Now this is, we have given the name E6501, right? So obviously it has to be 1 because we cannot type 0 there when we're putting the IP address. Subnet mask will be the same in the second machine. There will be a gateway now in the second one, and why we're putting gateway, because some of the features in VMware require that there should be a gateway for them to detect and do some monitoring. So that's why we're gonna consider the first virtual machine called your first name Win01, the Windows machine, right? We're gonna consider the first machine as the gateway because the gateway has to be pingable in this lab. The gateway has to be some machine that is pingable because we don't have a gateway device. So we're going to put this virtual machine as gateway for all other virtual machines because some of the advanced features need a pingable gateway, a gateway to which you can send a ping, right? So the second machine IP will be this, and you can guess it now, obviously. The third machine IP will be this. So E6I2, IP address 2, the rest need not change, it's okay now. And the fourth virtual machine total would be 3. Now, hypervisors are hypervisors. So hypervisors are going to be having 1, 2, 3 IP address, while the Win01, I'm just giving 10 here because it's gonna have the DNS, it's gonna have the DHCP, and so it has to be given a unique IP here. Okay, so obviously all IPs should be unique anyway. So the names of the machines we're gonna put, and the IP addresses of the machine we're gonna put, and what roles these virtual machines are going to play. I still have to put some more stuff, but this is the lab that I need to. Okay, yeah, there's oh I'll just think too much is loaded here, so that's why. Yeah, so this is our diagram for our lab. Okay, so I'll be uploading this. Yep.
Hello?
Sorry again.
Are we supposed to install the Windows Server 2019?
Yes, we'll be doing that when I start doing that, but obviously first we have to explain. I have to explain the lab. That's why I did not start it. But please do it when I'm doing it, because there will be some customizations inside as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna check it out. Yes, the ISO is there. I'll be putting this, yeah. Okay, so guys, have your VMware workstation started. If it is started like this, then we have to go here, create a new virtual machine, right? So I'm going to click that, create new virtual machine here. And then there's a typical written here. So we're going to select the typical and next. This is also getting recorded. So if anyone misses it, just let me know what happened and then sit back and try to see the whole lab. So I could finish many of the objectives of the lab. And then when the video is released, then you can just simply follow it at that time as well. Okay, so here, Windows installation, for that, we need to actually know where the ISO is. But guys, you know what happens here? Okay, let's just do that the proper way. If there's an error, then I'll have to
Sorry, sir.
give you a workaround. Okay, what? Sorry?
So I click create a new virtual machine.
Yes,
Okay. And it's a typical.
yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And guys, I'm going to click browse and I'm going to go to that folder where the ISO of the Windows Server 2019 is, right? So I'm just going to click browse here and I'm going to go up here to downloads and I see this. It's mentions the word server here. So when you have downloaded the ISO, you might see that exactly there as well. If it's not exact, but it says server here, and the rest looks like kind of this, so it's also okay. So Windows Server 2019, I just downloaded it directly from the Microsoft site. I'm just gonna double click that, and now it shows here. It's a Windows Server 2019 detected. If in case you don't see that, it's still okay. So sometimes the older versions of VMware Workstation Pro do not show that, so it's okay. Ignore that. It's still going to work. Okay, so now what we do is I'm going to click next here. And it's asking for product key. I don't have a product key, so I'm just going to ignore that. It's actually asking for a product key for Windows. We don't need to do that because we're installing a trial version, right? Trial version. Oh, there's a hand raise. Chinwendu, you have hand raise? I just noticed it now. I was just, oh, no, okay. Okay, so Windows Server Data Center. So guys, we can download, oh, no kidding. If you see that, do you see core there? No, right? So you know what core is? Core is the command prompt version of Windows. It's not a, yeah, without GUI, Xavier says. So if you see core, you are not supposed to install that. So what happened is that if I go to that site, it's a download center. There's ISO downloads. So if I go to 64-bit edition, why did it download core, evolve core? I said download French, Chinese. It doesn't say actually this is core. It's like Windows Server 19 download, VHD. It doesn't say that. Wow, amazing. Serious. So the Windows website itself is quite misleading. So we don't want to install core because that's going to be all command prompt. And I know why it went for only core, unless this image only offers core. If I go cancel it out and go ahead and check it, So it could be the number inside that would refer to core. Otherwise, it's not supposed to go core. I'm just going to try again. Create a new virtual machine. I don't know why it is not showing me non-core. Non-core is the GUI, right? We need the GUI, not the core. If I go again, browse, obviously there's nothing much here. I just select that and it's operating system, yeah. And then it goes for version to install and it does not show me this. You kidding me? Okay, if I click, so guys, I'm gonna click next without doing any selection, without changing anything. I'm clicking next and I'm pressing yes. Maybe it drops down to, hey, what do you want to install? But it's not asking me that. So, guys, we need a GUI, not core. And the website that I think you also all those who are following, do you see core there or do you see other versions as well? If you see only
Yes,
core,
I have 4.
only when you drop down.
Yeah, only core.
Yes.
Okay, so that's pretty misleading here. The site here is really misleading. It's supposed to say core or GUI, but it just simply downloads. So guys, let me just so download Windows Server 2019. Where does it say GUI? Okay, I'll just say GUI. It's still desktop experience, guys, documentation, and then there's a download center here, evaluation center. Because you know, we're not doing much from Windows. We don't need a latest version here. Run Windows or Azure. If I go there, it's going to ask for this. Windows operating system bridges on premises. Oh man. Anup says I have core. Yeah. So core is not what we need to install, guys. So we have to just let me just check if I have a version in my drive here. Windows Server, so I could just give you and we can all have the same version. Windows ISO. And I uploaded there as well. Windows 10, Windows 8.1, and so we do need just so let me just give you Windows. Either 16 or oh yeah, there's 16 here as well. 16 is also good. Even Windows 10 is good. Oh, there you go. So guys, get link. I'm just sharing that. Anyone on the internet with the link can view. Okay, copy link. Guys, let's just download that now. And that website, I always download the latest version, but that website, Microsoft officially, it's they just put core. Do you see the link in the what's in the WebEx? I just put it there in the WebEx. Click that link and start downloading. I'll put it. So click that link and start downloading. I'll just start downloading that too now. It's going to take maybe 10 minutes. I'll go download anyway. .msc exceeds the 9 maximum file size you can scan. Who wants you to scan? This is .msu. Oh, this is the one, yeah. So I'll just download that. Download anyway. So go ahead and download. So I downloaded the same version that you downloaded, so we all have the same. But that's, I can't believe Microsoft would not clarify that it's just core, not GUI. So right now it's downloading. Oh. Okay. Oh, so everyone started downloading, that's why. I don't know why Microsoft did it. Guys, I can also, just to get away from this, I think we all started on the same link. I'll just cancel it from my side. I'm gonna go quickly on Microsoft, so download Windows Server 2016 latest from there. Server 2016 ISO Evaluation Center. I'll download from here because Google Drive is very, very slow for me now. Download the ISO. Oh, it also asks for a name. Okay. Wow. Company number. Give me the download. I'm in Canada. Yeah, so Susan says it's very slow for her. So guys, I'm just gonna download this one and share the link with you. Job role ID admin on 647554946. I don't want to hear from Microsoft. Country code is Microsoft has made this a little more difficult. It also shows me 2016 now with the same options. Why did they change that? 2016 data center evolve. So I'll download that quickly and I'm sharing this with you guys. Drive is saying it's gonna take more time, so I'm just sharing the link which I am downloading from. This is pretty fast. 18 minutes, 17 minutes. It's not saying 1 hour. So that will download and then we can start. So, when we are doing, so any one of you have any other server, suppose you downloaded from, so for anything else, if you have like Windows Server 2012, 2016, 2019, 2022, other than what I asked from the latest one from the website, if you have that, you can still use that. But I'm downloading the 2016 now. Hopefully that's not the core because you can see that in Evaluation Center, these are the only choices I have. If I go to Windows Server here, server core app capability, I don't want core view. Why did this is changed on the website, which is really causing trouble. View evaluation. Or desktop experience, they have that too. Solution options. It says there are multiple solution options here. So it says actually that there are multiple installation options. Okay, guys, excuse me. While it is downloading, we can still try this new one, even if it says core. While you're still there, you can just carry on with this because other one is still downloading, right? So until then, we can try this. It says on the documentation that it will show core, but it has the other option GUI. They say in the documentation, it used to be not like that. I think maybe recently Microsoft has changed all this. So I'm gonna just continue with this, right? Wherever I was and seeing core, I was there. Just go ahead and click next. We're gonna explore the whole thing. Windows Server 2019 here, right? So that number hump and today's date 9 June 2022. Okay, I put the server name there. Yeah.
Should go out with the first step, right?
Yes, so I just click next to the same server core because the other one is still downloading. So we can just try this at least if it offers GUI. So that's the next time. I'll go back now for everyone. I started from here, typical, next. Then we selected that same Windows Server 2019. Next. I'm not changing anything on this page. Not changing anything on this page. There's a chat here. There are desktop options after that. Serious. Okay, Pradeep says. Now see this, guys. Let's just carry on. Yes. And I put the name here. So you can also put the name here. Windows Server 2019 Humb 9 June 2022. If you've put that name, then go ahead and click next. Right? Okay, guys, so this page, we need to just understand a few things here. This is virtual disk size, right? So it says that how much virtual disk should I take on your physical laptop or desktop, right? So here, it is 60 GB. So I'm going to change that to 200 GB. So the virtual disk of this machine will have 200 GB size here. So go ahead and put 200 GB, but there's a concept here to be understood, and that concept is let me just draw that. And so that concept is that thin provision. So what is thin provision? Thin provisioning. So thin provisioning is, Xavier says, thin provisioning, yeah. So thin provisioning is that your windows that you will, or whatever size you give here, it will not occupy the display. So this is your laptop, suppose, right? And your laptop has suppose 100 GB space. I'm sure it's much, much more than that for your laptop. Suppose it has 100 GB space, physical space on the disk. But you're giving here for the virtual machine's virtual disk, you're giving the space, hey, my virtual machine's virtual disk will have 200 GB. So this disk space has to be available here as well. But you say that, oh, no, I have 100 GB space. Suppose there's free space left. Suppose there's the free space is 100 GB here on your laptop. So guys, with thin provisioning, what happens is whatever space you give here, it does not occupy 200 GB. It does not require 200 GB to be freely available on your physical disk of your laptop for it to be installed. So the concept of thin provision is that whatever software you're installing, that much space it will take on your physical disk. So what are we installing here? We're installing Windows, right? And Windows 2019, how much space does it take in your laptop? Maybe 12 GB max, not more than that, 12 GB, right? Or 10 GB. So it's not gonna take actually 200 GB space on your laptop. It's gonna take only 12 GB. Why? Because the software you're installing in this virtual machine is Windows, and Windows files physically take only 10 to 12 GB space. So it may grow up to 200 GB, which will obviously never happen. We're not going to install here Photoshop on this Windows machine. We're not going to install here AutoCAD. We're not going to install any big application on this. So it's never going to grow up to 200 GB, at least not throughout this course. So it's okay to give here 200 GB space. And while it's actually going to be physically occupying on your laptop disk only 10 to 12 GB space, thanks to thin provision. Thin provisioning, you give that it's going to grow up to this, but but it does not occupy right away. It does not need right away on your physical laptop disk this space. it only will occupy whatever the software takes. Suppose later you install MS Office, it's also going to take maybe 12 GB more. So 12, it's gonna be 24 GB. It's never going to take this much space right away. But then there's another concept called thick provisioning. So there's a thick as well, right? Oh, what is thick then? Obviously the exact opposite of this, right? So it's thick provisioning. And in thick provisioning, so right now this VMware application is automatically configured with thin provisioning. So, but if there was an option of thick provisioning is that yes, whatever size you give here, you must have that much free space or more than that free space in your physical disk. Thick provision is used in professional environments, pro environments, right? In production environments, professional production environments. Thin provision is used in training environments. So training environments and training environments. So thin provisioning is slow in speed, so that's why it's used in training environments as well. And thick provision is it offers a fast speed because it occupies exactly that space, so it has enough space to send reads and writes on the disk. So thick provision is used in production environments. It is fast. Thin provision is used in training environment. It is slow and it does not occupy space. So the third thing is thick provision takes more space, right? And thin provisioning less space. Less space, right? So this is the difference between thin provision and thick provision. Right now, when we give, even if you give here 1000, which means 1 terabyte, right? Still it's only going to occupy whatever software you install because right now automatically VMware Workstation is configured with thin provisioning, right? And thick provisioning is normally used in production environments. When you install ESXi hypervisor, that is configured with thick provisioning. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, you're saying? Yeah.
I finished the installation of the workstation now, and can you just quickly go back from here and just show how to take the ISO file? Or, like after taking it, what do I need to do in the product line?
Mm-hmm. Okay, that. Hey, you did not install VMware Workstation last week? I mean, there were 5 days there.
No,
Sir,
my laptop was 16, so I updated to 40 GB. So
upgraded to 40 GB RAM?
yes, yes, yes,
40. Uh,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. It
you
was
do have
16, so I had to put 32.
40. Hmm. How
Yes,
is that
yes.
even possible? It's a desktop?
No, it's a laptop. It has inbuilt 8 GB, which I was not able to take out.
Okay.
And there was a slot for that another one, so there was another 8 GB. So I took that 8 and put 32. So 32 plus internal 8 is 40.
Okay. Wow. I'm listening for the first time that, or hearing for the first time that it's 40 GB is possible in a laptop. Unless it's a workstation. Yes, it is possible. Otherwise,
It
no.
was in the Windows prompt command. I was trying to find out the command prompt to figure out what is the max RAM that the system can take. There is a command prompt for that. I googled it, and it was showing
Okay.
64 GB. So there is not 64 GB in the market. So I went and updated for 32.
Okay. Wow. Amazing. That's very good. Okay, so let me just oh yeah, this is the diagram. So yeah. Let's go back. So guys, do now we do understand that. Oh, okay. So Siri, did you start the Vmware session?
Yeah, yeah. Then typical recommended. After that, I clicked on next. Yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Did you click browse and double click the Windows
Yes.
Server 2019?
Yes,
Okay.
2019.
Next. Then nothing here. Next.
Okay. Okay.
And press yes. Then you have to put this name. Windows Server 2019 is already written there. Dash humb dash today's date, 9 June 2022.
Okay.
Once you have done that, so put the name and then click next. Then you have to put 200 here. Okay, guys,
Okay.
one more. Yeah. Okay. So guys, one more thing, everyone, whoever is following me, click the back button here. And here, when you see this, you just have to type your name here as well. I put Amir, my name. You can put your first name. If it is long, half of your first name. If that is also long, then half of your first name. Right? Okay. So please put your name there. Please put your name there. Just go back and just put at the last your name, which is, 4 or 5 characters max should be. Once you've put your name here, let's just click next. It's already configured to 200 GB. Okay, guys, this is also store virtual disk as a single file, store virtual disk as a multiple file. So what does that mean? Multiple files is, so do you want this virtual disk, whenever it increases in size, do you want it to be a single file increasing big, right? So if you want this to be a single file increasing up to 200 GB, suppose you start putting so much software inside and it starts increasing in size, the virtual disk. So do you want it to be a single file increasing, becoming a big file, or do you want whenever it increases, it uh, actually becomes a 4 GB file as soon as, suppose you install MS Office and it's a 4 GB file there. So, this single file. So when this disk increases, it just increases to up to 100 GB maybe. But it's a single file that gets increases, right? And when you go for multiple, this option, so it divides the disk into 4 GB chunks of files. So as the disk is increasing 4 GB, it has reached 4 GB, another file will be created here. That will also be 4 GB file. Then another file will be added here, another 4 GB, another 4 GB, another 4 GB, right? So either you want the full big disk to be um, one single file or divided into multiple 4 GB chunks of files. So what's the difference here? Suppose it's a 120 GB or 150 GB size file. So when you copy it, the one disk over the network, you will have big issues copying one huge file over the network. It might drop data, it might not succeed. So when you copy smaller size the files over the network, then obviously you will be able to copy that over the network. So it's all about portability, that you want this to be single file or you want it to be multiple file, right? So that's what it is all about. And okay, right. So that's what I'm just going to keep it to multiple files. But if you understand what it is, then you can just choose as well that what would you want. Okay, so there's a in the chat, Siri says, can I change the path? Yes, you can change the path, Siri. Suppose you have a D drive or E drive in your desktop. So you can just change this from C to E. Or if you just want to have a total separate disk with a separate folder structure as well, then you can, just go browse and choose some drive and then create a new folder. And inside that, the virtual machine will be created, right? So you can do that too. Sure, you can change the path. Okay, guys, so this is 200 and this is multiple files. Okay, next. So guys, remember that if I no click, you no click, right? So I hope nobody had clicked the finish button, because we're going to go for customize hardware, because we will be customizing a lot. We're going to be changing a lot of features and we'll be discussing why, right? So memory is 2 GB, right? Now I have here, okay, I was not able to remotely connect to my 32 GB mini PC. So maybe after the class, I will troubleshoot that. But right now, I have 16 GB, which is still good. So I'm gonna take this machine up to temporarily, I'm gonna take it to 8 GB RAM. I'm gonna give it 8 GB RAM. Um, because uh, we need to install Windows faster, then we need to install Active Directory, then we need to configure DNS, then we need to configure DHCP. So there's a lots of configurations there. So um, uh, we can have this machine faster. Later, throughout the course, this first machine will be back to 2 GB always, because we need every inch of RAM for the rest of the machines. And when all machines, 4 machines are up, your computer will be slow, so we will need all the RAM we can get. So anyway, temporarily we're upgrading it to 8 GB RAM. Okay, second thing is processor. Processor is okay. The number of processors 2, number of cores per processor 1, which is okay. Nothing to change here, nothing to select here. Then in CD/DVD, we have the Windows Server 2019, and then network adapter. So in network adapter, you see bridge, NAT, host only, custom, LAN segment, right? So these choices are, so if you select the bridge, what happens is that this virtual machine will be exposed to your physical network. So what is your physical network? Your home network, where you're sitting now, or if you do that in uh, your company, so your company physical network IP addresses will be given to this machine if you click it to bridge. So suppose there's a monitoring application going on, which is monitoring that if any new machine comes on the network, the monitoring software will see that. And obviously it's unauthorized, so you will be in trouble. So if suppose you click the bridge button, suppose you're doing it in the office and you're starting the virtual machine with the bridge connection. So external um, your external network will detect this machine. Monitoring software in your company will detect this machine. And so bridge, if you put it to bridge, the virtual machine will be connected to the physical network, your DSL router at home, that it will get an IP from the DSL router from your home. And suppose somebody else is sitting in the other room in your home, can also ping this machine and see this machine over the network. So we're not going to do that. Bridge. NAT. NAT is network address translation. So what happens is that you're sitting behind NAT protocol, and the virtual machine is uh, behind that. So that's the VM. And NAT just translates public IP to private IP. So this means that it gives you internet while sitting in the background. So your virtual machine is not exposed to the physical LAN, but because of NAT, it still gets internet connection, which is coming from the DSL router of your LAN to the NAT protocol, and from there, whatever your private IP is, you still get the internet connection. So NAT is just giving you internet connection while not exposing your virtual machine to the physical network of your home network or your office network. Host only means that your virtual machine will have, host only means that the virtual machine will have no internet, and also it will not be exposed to physical network. So it will be just an internal network. So host only is just a VM to VM. Suppose you have created here 2 virtual machines within VMware workstation here. So these 2 virtual machines can talk to each other, but they cannot be ex exposed to the physical network, or outside of VMware workstation, they cannot be connected. And also there will be no internet. So it's just internal VMware workstation network if you want, between just 2 machines, maybe for test environment. So you can then give the host only, right? Then there is custom here. Okay, so what is custom? So if you click the custom here, click there. So you can see here VMnet 0, VMnet 1, 2, 3, 4, up to VMnet 18, VMnet 19, right? So those VM nets are going to be separate networks. What does that mean? So suppose you have two virtual machines connected to VMnet 3, and then you create two more virtual machines that are connected to VMnet 13. So VMnet 3 virtual machines cannot communicate with VMnet 13 virtual machines. So these are all 19 separate networks. Virtual machines, suppose you have 10 virtual machines, 5 virtual machines are connected to 18, VMnet 18, then 5 other virtual machines are connected to whichever, maybe 6. So VMnet 6, 5 virtual machines will not be able to communicate with the VMnet 17 virtual machines, right? Or 18, whichever. So these are all separate networks. So that's a good thing. Suppose you want to create a test environment in your VMware workstation, then you want to create a production environment, suppose in your VMware workstation, just for testing the whole environment. So whatever virtual machine is in a separate VMnet cannot communicate with each other, cannot ping each other, no communication at all, right? So these are just separate networks. Currently we need the machine to be on NAT, and then there's LAN segment. LAN segment just means that suppose you want to start, restart, or stop virtual machines together for maintenance purposes, then you can use LAN segment. We're not going to use that. Currently, temporarily, we're going to give this machine NAT. Why? Because it's a trial virtual machine. It's a trial Windows, right? Windows Server 2019 trial or 2016 trial, right? So what does trial do? When you start a trial Windows, it if it's connected to internet, it will get automatically activated for 180 days. That is 6 months. It will get activated with all the features will be available for testing purpose, right? So that's why we need to have this virtual machine connected to internet. So the trial version of Windows that will be installed inside, once we log in after installation and it connects to the internet, it will get activated automatically for 6 months. So that's a good thing. That's more than enough for us, right? Okay, so NAT here, and then we go for USB controller, which is okay, no change here. Sound card is okay, printer is okay, display is okay, no changes in all these 4. But we kept it to NAT anyway, network adapter, and we have already given the path of the Windows. The only change on this page is the 8 GB RAM. That's it. No other change we did. O and K. So now we need to click close, and we need to click finito, and we're about to discover if we get a GUI or not. Okay. So once we click finito, so it starts. And press any key to continue. Then it starts with this. There could be a bug coming here in Windows 10 and Windows 10 and Windows Server 2016 and the older versions of VMware Workstation. There used to be a bug that would say here, license, please provide the license. So then I will give you the workaround for that if the bug comes. If it does not come, we're good. At this stage, normally a bug comes or error comes. If it does not come, we're gonna be lucky. If it comes, then I'll give you the workaround. It says license information if it comes. If anyone else is on that screen where you need to choose 4 or desktop. There you go. Thank God. Okay. So that was pretty misleading that it was just detecting core in the start. Okay. So guys, maybe everyone is there. So the bug also did not come, which is good. No license information error came, so that's very good. Here we can just select here either standard evaluation or desktop, but it has to be desktop experience, not without that. Desktop experience is GUI. Desktop experience is GUI. So you can go for the last one, which is 2019 data center evaluation, but desktop experience. So just select the last one, which is okay. Data center Windows is for larger applications, although we're not going to install anything on this, like any external application we're not going to install, just the built-in roles. So once you've selected the fourth one, the last one, click next. And now the error comes. It used to come before that, but now I think they changed it. The bug location, they changed it from here. So anyone else got it? Or anyone who's following got it?
I got it.
Okay, so Pradeep got it, and I don't know who talked there. You got it. Susan, you got it or not? You're showing thumb. This means that you're good, I guess.
No, I
Um,
got it. I got the
okay.
same.
Also, the thumb sign is, oh, I'm also saying, okay. So that's, well, guys, Microsoft might not, Microsoft is the arch rival of VMware Workstation. So maybe they did not fix this bug till now. Well, it's not maybe, we're seeing this. So if you see this, now I'm going to show you the workaround for this. And even if you press OK here, it's going to restart and it's going to start installation again. And it's going to reach the same area. It's going to give the same bug forever. So what we need to do is we actually don't need this machine anymore now. I'm just going to, because this comes from experience that there is no other way other than the workaround I'm going to show you, but it has to be on a separate virtual machine. Okay, so here, Zyber says only ISO server 2019 downloaded. Okay, let me read that full chat here. Yeah, downloaded before updated January 2021, have GUI option, desktop experience. After it has been removed, it seems it cannot be allowed anymore to install GUI features after 2. So, Zyber, what you're saying is that did you just try to install all
No,
of the Windows?
I found the information on the internet on Microsoft
Oh,
site.
okay.
So
Oh,
if
okay.
you want to use server 2019, you have to download the previous January 2029.
Oh, okay. Got it. Actually, we saw this option GUI desktop experience. That's good enough for us now. So this operating system is okay. It's just that now I'm going to show you the workaround. And that license, I saw that for all last 10 batches. So I've been seeing this license bug for a long time now. So I'll show you the workaround now, guys. So guys, what you need to do is you need to do this. Go up to the white area here in the virtual machine, those who are following. Right click and go to power. You need to power off this guest. You need to power off this guest. Okay, I'm going to power off. Power off. Once it is powered off, it's just occupying some space on your laptop because we're not going to be using this machine. Even if you try to troubleshoot it, well, maybe you want to troubleshoot, go ahead and after the class, you can try to troubleshoot it. But I have wasted some time on it way back and I was not able to get rid of that error. So I'm going to right click on this machine. I'm going to delete this machine now, right? So how to delete this machine from the disk? Right click and go down to manage. And there's that delete from disk. Always delete machines. I wanted to show that too. So whenever you delete a machine, go for this, delete from disk. Do not click remove. There's a remove option here, but because that does not remove it from the disk. Okay, so delete from disk, and yes, we don't need that machine. Okay, so now we know all the things. I will not be explaining in detail all the steps, so we're gonna go a bit faster, a bit. So I'm gonna click the create new virtual machine again. Typical is okay. Next. The operating system is already detected here, which is, wait. That's the workaround. Operating system is already detected. I think everyone's seeing that, right? We're not going to go this way now. It's a workaround. I'm going to select this option. I will install the operating system later. And yeah, it works. It's been working for quite some time now. Okay, so just follow me and you'll be okay. I will install the operating system later. Once you select that, click next. Do not select this, select the third one. Okay, And then, yeah, it's a Windows Server 2019. If you see that already, it's okay. Keep it like that, no change. Click next. Okay, here, guys, what we can do is we can properly do this name. So I'm here also a little change. See this and follow this one. When your first name, Win01 dash humb dash today's date 09 June 2022, right? So machine name came according to the diagram that I created there, and it's Humber College machine, and it's this, and obviously at the last your name. Oh, actually, sorry. Hey, your name is at the first, right? See this? Sorry, this is your name, right? So that's it's all covered in a smaller. What more I'm gonna ask you to do is just copy this as well, because next machines when we create, we're gonna just use the same naming convention. Your first name, Win01. So when I say Amir, yeah, you were saying?
Our technical issue, I lost you, sir.
You lost what? The user?
I missed the steps, sir.
Okay, so let me just start again. Chinwendu, are you here in the create new virtual machine? So I'll show you again.
Around where the error came out after the installation, after powering off.
Oh, okay. So if I go ahead and you have done this, I will install operating system later. Then if I go ahead 2019, you have done that too, I guess. And then here, just change the name, because if you go with the same name, it might not let you go ahead because it already has that name, and maybe you did not delete that. So I guess it's the name error. Otherwise, you can quickly put it on WhatsApp if you are quick in
So I should
screenshots.
delete the disk, right? So I should
Uh,
delete the disk, right?
yeah, I think your next. Are you here?
No, delete the disk, right?
Delete the disk. Yeah, delete the disk. Exactly. Oh, you're a bit behind. Okay. Yes, delete the disk. Once you delete the disk, you should be on this screen, empty screen.
I'm on the empty screen now.
Oh, good, good. So now you can click the create a new virtual machine, and I'll go back. So it's typical. And next, but this time do not click the middle button, go for the last one. Once you have selected the last one, then click next. If it says already Windows Server 2019, it's okay. Keep it like that, and next. And now guys, so as I mentioned here, go for your first name. Win01 is the name of the first machine, dash HUMB dash today's date. That's it. So that is the new name of the machine, a bit shorter name. And yeah, if anyone wants to change the disk, you can just change the drive letter here. It will have the same folder path. Otherwise, you can click browse. Better keep the path the same. Okay, so once this is done, click next, right? And now we know what to do here, 200. Let's go ahead. We have already discussed that. Customize hardware, right? So customize hardware. Here, the only change on the whole page we did is 8 GB, that's all, right? If you have 32 GB RAM or even more than that, go ahead, give 16 GB to this, because you have a lot of RAM. Those who have only 16 GB RAM, and I am also having literally this laptop with 16 GB RAM. Later, I'm going to troubleshoot why I was not able to remotely connect to my 32 GB mini PC. Here, I'm just going to give 8 GB and go ahead. So that's the only change here. Yeah, that's the only change here. Yeah, close. Remember, we didn't give the path of the ISO, so it's going to give that error, which is okay. But since you're following me, so you will know what to do. I'm going to click finish. And it's going to start one day. Okay, it's not going to start. So guys, I'm going to power on this machine. I know that I did not give the path of the ISO, so it's not going to install Windows. Power on. It says cannot connect the virtual devices because no corresponding device is available. Do you want to try to connect the virtual machine every time you power on? If you see this, if you see that, then click no. And it's not going to find anything because there's no Windows connected there. So now I'm going to go inside the edit virtual machine. I'm going to go to the CD DVD here. I'm going to give the path of that same ISO again. And then I'm going to restart this machine and let it go. And now we should not get an error. So I'm going to right click here. I'm going to go down to settings while the machine is started, right? And now I'm going to give the path of the Windows ISO to the CD DVD of this virtual machine. So I'm going to select that CD DVD here. And guys, if you see this, if you're able to select it, go ahead and select these both. Connected, connect at power on. So CD DVD, connected, connect at power on, select both of these. Now we need to give the path here to use ISO image file. I'm going to select this.
Sir, excuse me, sir. How did you come to from the blue screen? How did you come to this
Yeah,
screen?
see this? Right click here.
Yeah.
And do you see settings?
Yes.
Click the
So,
settings. And then
oh,
CD DVD.
okay.
Oh, okay. So CD DVD, guys, when you're on the CD DVD, select connected. Select connect at power on both. Make sure these two are selected. If you're able to click it, if they're grayed out, then leave it and later you can select it as well. Okay, but select them if you can select it. Also, then go to use ISO image file and just go to the path of the ISO Windows 2019 and give the path here and press O and K. So I'm just going to click browse. I'm going to go to my downloads. There is that Windows Server 2019, the same one that we just tried to install earlier. So I'm going to double click that and press O and K. All right. And all we need to do now is to restart this virtual machine. How do we do that? So I'm going to go to the white area of the virtual machine again, label area. I'm going to go to the power and there's a restart guest, right? So right click here, go to power, restart guest. And then restart again. And well, the error should not come. Oh, okay. So it says here, there was a 3-second wait here for the press any key to continue. Press any key to continue the windows, right? That came, but I did not press any key at that time, right? So what I'm going to do is, and if you don't press the key, it's not going to start installation of Windows. It's not going to do that. So that's what it did here. So I'm going to restart again. And I need to press that, any key on the keyboard after clicking the screen here. So first I'm going to restart, then I'm going to quickly click the screen, then I'm going to press any key on the keyboard so the Windows could start installation. Okay, why all this? Because when you restart, let me just show you, but I'm not going to press the key. When you restart guest, it restarts. It shows this option, this one. I'm pressing the key, but I did not select the screen. So the key press did not reach this virtual machine. I have to select this. See this? How to select? Click on top of that screen and it will be selected. How to take out this mouse? Control Alt takes out the mouse. Select. Click on it. It selects the screen. Now it will take the keyboard keys when you strike the keys on the keyboard. Now it's going to take that. If the hand icon is still Control Alt out, click in, Control Alt out, Control Alt keys on the keyboard, right? So First, I'm going to restart it. Then I'm going to keep on pressing here. So the screen is selected. Then I'm going to press any key on the keyboard and the Windows will start installation. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Now I'm going to do that. So right click, power, restart guest. Welcome to the virtual environment. Once I click restart, then I'm going to keep clicking on here. So the screen is selected. Then I'm going to press the keyboard quickly while that message comes. So I'm going to restart. There you go. Click and press any key. Yeah. Okay, it took it. Okay, I see this. Hopefully you see that too. Hopefully. Okay, guys, here, time and currency format, only that we need to change. Okay, cool. Only that we need to change. Time and currency format, I'm going to go to English Canada. So it's going to fix my time zone and the time. If you suppose miss this, when you log in, then you can change that too. But I'm going to go up there till the English Canada comes. Canada, this one, right? So it's going to confirm the correct time zone, Eastern Canada, right? Okay, so that's the only thing, that's the only change I'm going to do here. And I'm going to click next. And install now. Go ahead. Okay, now you know what to do here. The last one. And then just pray that, oh, please, no error. Oh, please, no error. You have to say that 3 times. Oh, please, no error. Oh, please, no error. Just kidding. Okay. So let's click next. Last one, right? Oh, Pradeep already is ahead of us and he confirmed. Yay. All right. I accept the license terms. And next. Okay, guys, so we're not upgrading from anywhere. So we don't have an older operating system. So we're going for custom, right? So just click custom. Okay, we're not formatting the disk and making it half 100 GB. We're not creating more partitions. We want a full 200 GB disk. So it's okay. No change on this page. And next. Okay, there you go. And it's the exact time for a break as well. Yay! Okay. So now let it install. It's just gonna reach that point where it's gonna ask for username password. Guys, the class password, I haven't told you. So the class password is, so this means that wherever it asks for a password, where I'm gonna put at least that password. So that password is small ABC, capital ABC, shift 123 without shift 123. So that's the class password. You want to use one of your own complicated passwords, go ahead and use that. Just don't forget it, right? That's the only thing. If you forget it, you're locked out. And the cracking services are pretty expensive. Okay, so, or you have to redo the whole environment. Good luck. That's coming still for some students in every batch that they have to redo the whole environment. In last batch, I had to redo all 4 machines with pretty, at the middle of the course, my machines got corrupted. So I had to redo the whole environment again, which is kind of fun as well. Okay, anyways, this is the class password when the machine stops where it's asked for administrator and the password. So I'm going to give class password. My suggestion, you also give that. If you want to go for some other complicated one, go ahead. Just remember it. Okay, guys, so it's also the break time. So we're gonna let that Windows install and we're gonna come after the break. So break and class starts. 8, 16 ish. Okay. So muting and pausing the video, muting the mic, pausing the video. So, okay, resuming now. Hopefully the machine is done, and let's try to resuming the recording. And if I go there and click it, yep, it's waiting for the password. And I'm going to put that class password here, which is small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3, which is exclamation at and pound sign. And then 1, 2, 3 simple. So it looks like this now. And I'll just put that again. Small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And once it is done, I'll click finish and login. So obviously the administrator account is the default one, having all the powers on this machine. So I'm just going to click finish. And then we need to actually log into the machine. Okay, so how do we log into this machine? And that would be, we can just select these 3 buttons, right? So we can select these 3 buttons after putting the password there. We can select these 3 buttons here, and there's in Control or Delete. So once we select that, click that button. So it will be showing us the credentials screen. And then we put the password that we selected. So it's the class password and login. So once we log into this, then there are a couple of tasks that we need to do in order to make our whole course smooth, or whole course lab smooth. Because how we make this machine and how much careful we are, that would actually then result in the course being smooth as well. So tasks to be done after logging into the Windows server. There are certain tasks to really get the machine up and running properly. So first thing is make sure the Windows is activated. Windows OS is activated. So, I have logged into the machine, and I'll just keep it at that way because it's gonna automatically connect to the internet and maybe download some files in the background and get activated automatically. So it's going to take 5 to 10 seconds or maybe 15 seconds. Till then, I'm already writing here. So make sure the Windows OS is activated. And second thing, so how do we know that? On the bottom right, I'll be showing you, but on the bottom right, above the clock, you should be seeing that Windows is activated for 180 days. There will be a long message there. The second thing is install VMware tools. These are very critical tools. Without that, virtual machine does not properly work. So VMware tools enables lots of features and makes the VM user friendly. So the VMware tools are a must. So once we install the VMware tools, then rename the VM to your first name. So where I'm writing my first name, obviously it will be your first name, Win01. And when we install VMware tools, so it will ask for a restart. Do not restart at that time. Then rename, and then it will ask for also restart, then we will restart at that time, right? So rename requires a restart, VMware tools installation requires a restart. So why don't we just give in one restart for both these things. So rename the VM to not VM, the OS to this, and then restart the OS, right? So we're gonna restart at that time. Also, check the time zone and date/time of OS, and also then give static IP to the OS as per the diagram. So the first machine IP we already talked about, and then also change the VMnet of this virtual machine, because it has activated, so we don't need the internet anymore, right? So change the VMnet of this virtual machine from NAT to VMnet 15. So we don't need internet anymore. And we're going to put all 4 machines on VMnet 15 so they could communicate with each other. So I'm going to show you obviously all that. And then we will take a snapshot of this VM. So once we do all the above configurations to keep the course lab smooth, so we're going to take a snapshot of that. So snapshot is that it's kind of point in time backup. So if we mess up the machine, any one of us messes up the machine in future labs, you want to go back and redo all the labs. So at least when you come back to this snapshot, these all tasks above would already have been done, and you would just start from you don't have to do these tasks when you come back to this snapshot. So it just copies and freezes the state of this virtual machine with all the configurations done, and it can just load those configurations in future if you want that. So we're going to do all these steps. So let's go ahead with this, and then we're going to make sure that all these steps are done. So first of all, it says make sure the Windows OS is activated. So I'm going to go ahead and check it out. So there's a blue bar here. I'm just going to press yes here. It just says that this machine will be discoverable within the network here. So yeah, it's okay. Second thing is that yeah.
I made a mistake. I clicked no.
Oh, which is okay. It's also okay. If I press yes, it's going to be discoverable. Even if it is not discoverable over the network, we will still be able to connect to it. So it's okay. And right. And I'm just going to click close here for this try managing servers with I'm just going to click close. Now, second thing is I need to install VMware tools, and I'm not going to restart at the end of it. Then I'm going to rename this machine, and then I'm going to restart, right? So I'll go back here. Where are the VMware tools? And you can see that there's a lot of space here and the screen is so small. But once VMware tools are installed, you will see that it's going to expand because there will be universal display drivers downloaded as well, installed in this machine. So I'm going to go right click on top of this virtual machine label, and there is install VMware tools. So I'm going to install the VMware tools, right, in this machine. So I'm just going to click. So let's go ahead and click this. Once you click that, install VMware tools, it maps the tools to the CD DVD of this machine. Now there will be a pop-up coming here. I'll just deliberately miss it. In case somebody misses it, then what you have to do. So right now the tools have been mapped to the CD DVD. So there's that pop-up here. I'm not going to click that. Although if you click that, it's okay. Then just click setup 64 and you're okay. Suppose somebody misses that pop-up here to install VMware tools. So then where you go to install the VMware tools. So I'm just going to go down to this yellow folder here or file explorer. I'm going to click this yellow folder. And then I'm going to go to this PC. I am basically going to the CD DVD, right? And when I go to the DVD here, yes, the VMware tools have been mapped to this because I clicked that button here in the label. So I'm just going to simply double click on top of this logo of VM here. Double click that. And it's gonna pop up here. There it is. It's a pretty simple installation, but these tools are very, very crucial for any VMware virtual machine. So I'm going to click next here. It's just next install, right? And next. Yeah, typical is okay. Next. That's it. Next install, right? At the end of it, it's going to ask for a restart, which we will not do. Okay, you can see that the screen has expanded, which means that the universal display drivers have been installed as well. So it says here completed the VMware tool setup, right? So I'm going to click finish, where it's going to say restart. So I'm not going to restart. I'm going to click finish. It is asking for restart. I'm going to click no. I don't want to restart now. And then I want to change the name of the virtual machine. So that's the third one. Rename the OS to your first name, Win01. Okay. All right. So let's do that. I'm going to go to the local server here in server manager. Server manager, right? If you've closed that screen, so then click here, and the server manager is here as well. You can just click it back, or the suitcase icon here, this one. So local server, when you go there, so there's a computer name, just click on top of that, and then we're going to change the name here to your first name, Win01, right? So I'm going to click this weird name here. It's not here, it's in the change. Do not start putting here the name, put in the change. So click the change, and now the computer name comes here.
No,
Yeah, you're saying?
sorry. I'm on local server. What's the next step?
Yeah, so if you're on local server, then click this computer name, this one. And once you click this computer name, then click change. And now go ahead and put the name here, which is your first name, Win01. That's it. Your first name, Win01. I'm going to press OK and apply and restart. Okay. Okay. Close. And restart now. Now. All right. So after that, what we need to do when we log back in, we actually needed to confirm if this is activated or not. Actually, the first thing was not done. So we did not confirm that. It's okay. Even after restart, we can confirm that. So I'm going to go back here, and it's coming back. Yep, it's back now. Press Control or Delete, which is the 3 buttons here. And then go ahead with the password. Small
No?
see. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm talking at where you change computer name. It doesn't show any. It's not activated. My OK.
It doesn't show the OK button. It's grayed out.
Yes.
Did you click the change button?
Yes.
and then you have to put the name there without any space, and it should not be a long name.
Yeah, last name and 100 101. Right.
Okay, so did you put a long name there or?
No, short name. Just
Okay,
John.
okay. It's not giving okay, because it may not give that if you have put it in the wrong place. Let me show you where it's supposed to be put. Does it show computer name written there where you've put the name, or does it show the domain there? Okay, I'm there. I'm coming there.
Excuse me, sir.
Local server. Yeah, let me show this. See this? If I go here, this one, and then change, it's here. You need to change it. Yeah, you were saying? Yeah.
When I try to change the name, it's asking you must restart your computer to apply these changes. So,
Yes. Go ahead and restart.
okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and restart. And so, Chinwendu, you're okay with the name? Or is it still saying okay? Oh, if you have changed it already and applied, then don't come back here. Then obviously the OK sign will be grayed out. So if and then apply and just press OK wherever you see OK, and the restart will pop up automatically. So it could be that you have changed it, then you pressed OK, then you came back here to see. So yeah, then it will be already grayed out. So is the problem still there, Chinwendu?
It restarted. Does your name, this thing shows on French, your dates?
No. Why would it? Oh, did you go for when we were changing the language, Canada English? I think you went for Canada,
Yes,
but
I
French.
did. No, I did Canada English as well.
Anyone knows French here? You can just use his or her service to translate the windows now. Okay, just kidding. So no, at the start, I think you chose by mistake French there. Canada English. You chose Canada French. And okay, so that's gonna be a problemo. So everything is French now, Chinmendu?
Yes, installed, yes. Installed.
Ouch. So anyone knows French here? Okay. Bonjour, bonsoir. I know just this one. Okay. Um, um, okay, go to the control panel and then okay, let me just so Chinwendu, do you see anywhere here ENG or hey, can you share your screen? You know, there's a WebEx. If you go to WebEx up there, there's a share button up there in the WebEx. When you click the share button, then it's going to share your screen. We're going to all see your screen. Because we need to go to control panel. We need to remove the French language. We need to go to control panel, date and time, and then remove the French language and put English there. If you can do that yourself, otherwise you can share the screen. We can quickly do that. If it takes more time, then you have to sit back. Maybe at the end of the class, we can help. So you can share the screen if you want. We can quickly show you what to do.
Right share the screen there.
You're sharing? Okay, well, if you're sharing, then my screen should not be showing. Nah, there you go. Good. So yeah, I can see your screen now, and oh, you need to log in first. Okay. So click the buttons, 3 buttons on the top, and log in. Go up on the label where it says John Winton. Hey, that's a pretty long name. Okay, yeah. John Winton, John 01. Do you see that on the white area up there? John 01. Go up there and there's a 3 buttons up there. Go up a little. No. Okay, go up a little. You see 3 buttons. Even up a little. Yeah, that's it. Okay, now put the password. Oh yeah, I can see FRA written there. So we need to really pay attention. Any one click wrong and that's it. So a lot of time is okay. So it says here data center. Hey, it's all in English, man. There's FRA written there. If you go down to the bottom and you see FRA, FRA, right? At the bottom, beside the clock, on the right bottom. Yeah. If you click that, yeah, go ahead and select English. Yeah, I'll go down here. Yeah, this French. Are you able to remove this? If you select this somehow or click on it, and does it say remove? It doesn't say. So no, go back. Yeah, select English only. Yeah, above. Okay. Click again and go slow a little. No. Yeah, French, Franchise. Click that. Franchise. Yeah. Click and go down a little. Do you see the down arrow? No, not the options. Down arrow on the left side. Down arrow. Yeah, and English is above now, right? So I think English would be the main language now. So yeah, just do you see any save button here? If not, then close. Yeah, that's it. So close. Yeah, on the top, close the page. Well, everything else is English, so you're still good. Just FRA is written there, but English is also there, so you're okay. So yeah, you're done what we were doing, I guess. So I'm gonna share my screen now. We're still good. I'll just share my screen. Okay, so there's my screen here, and participants. Yeah, so the name is changed. We're good, and I'm gonna go down here to the rest of the tasks here. So it says here, rename. Yeah, done. Activation. Yeah, we were actually confirming the activation. So I'm gonna go back here. If you're on the Windows here, then you should be seeing this server manager, right? On the right side of the server manager, there's this minimize. So we need to minimize the server manager. So once we minimize server manager, we see this desktop area, right? And beside the clock here, right above the clock, do you see this Windows Server 2019 data center evaluation, Windows license valid for 180 days? Anyone not seeing that? If everyone is seeing that, we're good, right? So 180 days, if you see that 180 days here, you're good. So it is activated as well, right? And let's go back to the slide. Then it says check the zone at the date time. Okay, so I'm going to confirm the date and time, because without that correct time, you cannot have network services working. So I'm going to go here. 8:44 is written there, and the date is also, it seems to be good, 9 June. If I click that, so if you click the clock, right, then you see this date and time settings, right? If you click that, does it show time zone? Yeah, it does show time zone, Eastern time, right? So we're good. Time zone is good. Date and time is good. So if it is good, we can close it. And if I go ahead and check, okay, let's give static IP now. So where's the diagram for that? If I go up here, this is the diagram. And the IP of the first machine is 192.168.210. Subnet mask is this. No gateway for the first machine. And the preferred DNS is this. So we're going to exactly do that. Let's go to the virtual machine. So where do I go to give the static IP? So I'm going to go to the server manager. I can right click here as well on the network, but I'm going to go to the server manager here, this one, suitcase icon. And I'm going to click local server. And you see Ethernet 0 here. So IPv4 address assigned by DHCP, I'm going to click this. right, in the local server. So once you click that, you see just one network adapter. So we need to double click this as well. And once we double click that, so we need to go inside and just put the static IP. So we need to go to the properties. So once we go to the properties, now you see this area. What I'm going to do is there is Internet Protocol version 4, TCP/IP-v4, then there's Internet Protocol version 6, TCP/IP v6. So although I need to go inside the v4, but I will be unchecking Internet Protocol version 6. So that will be unchecked, right? Once I uncheck that, so why are we unchecking that? Even if you keep it checked, it's okay. Whenever you're troubleshooting a machine, suppose you want to know that, hey, the other machine is up and you want to ping. When you ping, it gives you back the IPv6 address. We're not used to seeing IPv6 address, so we don't know that what it means. So that's why I'm unchecking that. Otherwise, it's a good idea too. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, my phone asked, but I'm not seeing this local server on the down part of it.
So which page are you? Are you on local server?
Your first step, the first step you clicked, I don't see the option of that PC on the down part of it. No, your first step where you click something on the down part of it.
This one?
Yeah, sure. I didn't see. It's not my own.
Oh, okay. So it's closed, I guess. So go there to this Windows icon.
Okay.
And do you see this? So go ahead and click this server manager.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
this will open. Okay. And then go to local server and then go to IPv4. Okay, so let's go there. And then, yeah, good. Ethernet 0, double click that. Then you have to click properties. And that's where we were. You can see Internet Protocol version 6, Internet Protocol version 4. So for version 6, uncheck version 6, and that's what I was explaining, that we're not used to it. So for troubleshooting purpose, it's good. It's okay to have Internet Protocol 4. So this is okay. It's already selected. I'm just going to select this area and click properties or double click it. So select v4 and properties. Now you see that there's no IP here because we didn't give one. So we're about to give that. So click the use the following IP address. And now we're going to put the static IP. And what is that? 192.168.200.10. So 192.168.200.10. You have to be correct here. If you put any, suppose you put 193.169, so it's not gonna work. Your lab will not work. So any small mistake, and it's gonna be a problemo, right? So well, once you have put you've put this, so click down here, and automatically you will get the subnet mask of 255.255.255.0, which is good. For the first machine, and this machine will be our fake gateway as well. So we're not going to put anything in the gateway here. Now for the DNS, the named resolution server, we will be putting the IP, the same IP of the virtual machine, because in this machine, we intend to install the DNS server. So 192.168.200.10. So the same IP comes here. This means the preferred DNS is this machine. Okay. And once you have put this information here, so now we're gonna take a screenshot of this. Yay! Screenshot. So everyone knows how to take a screenshot, because I'm gonna mark you for that. So you need to take a screenshot where of the whole page where your name Win01 is showing there as well. This name is showing there, or this name is showing here. So you're going to take a screenshot of this. I'm going to take a sample screenshot. We're going to label the screenshot as well. We're going to give some name to the screenshot, right? So first of all, you can go for print screen, or I'm taking a screenshot. I'm taking a sample screenshot here where it looks like this, because it's my name here, obviously, so you cannot use that. When we take a screenshot, we have to label it as well. So yeah, this is not snapshot. Snapshot is different. This is screenshot where I'm going to see that screenshot from your side for your lab, and I'm going to mark you for that. If this screenshot is not there, so obviously students will get 0 marks. Snapshot is different. I'm going to show you later what is that and where is it. So this screenshot, because this is the first one of this course, so let me go slow and explain that. So once you take this screenshot, suppose today I ask you to take 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 screenshots. I'm not going to go more than 10 screenshots. So suppose we take 2 or 3 screenshots today. So at the end of the class, you're going to put all the screenshots in a Microsoft Word file. You're going to name that file as your name and the course name and your college ID. At that time, I'm also going to tell what to do. So all the screenshots that you're going to collect here, you will, at the end of the class, you will put it in the MS Word file and name that Word file with your name, college ID, and then upload it to Blackboard. So I'm going to tell you where to upload in the Blackboard. I'm going to create an upload link there, and you're going to click that link and you're going to upload that. So I'm going to tell all that at the end of the class where to upload. It's week 3. So right now you need to take a screenshot. So once you've taken a screenshot, you need to name it as well. So see this. Okay, I'll go for. So you're going to name the screenshot as the screenshot 1 dash IP configuration, right? So that is the label of the screenshot, and the screenshot itself is here. So I'm just putting it in the slide. I'm going to put it on WhatsApp as well. So you could see that, hey, that's a first screenshot, and we're supposed to take our lab screenshot. Those who are not following the lab, just email me why you're not following. The screenshots are supposed to be uploaded at the end of the class. But if you need more time to do the labs, let me know. Email me that, oh, I need more time. I'm waiting for your video to be uploaded, and then I'm going to follow up and do the whole lab. I'm going to take all the screenshots. If your screenshots are not uploaded in Blackboard, I cannot mark you for that day, for that lab. Okay, so a sample screenshot I'm gonna put on. Okay, that is the problemo. Okay, you know what? I'm temporarily stopping sharing because I'm on one screen right now, and WhatsApp I need to open. So I'll temporarily pause the recording. Seriously. So the screenshot, the sample screenshot is in the slide. The slide will be available at the end of the class, and it's also on WhatsApp. So that is a screenshot that you need to take, but your name should be showing there, obviously, not my name. If it's my name in your screenshot, then you lose marks. You don't get any marks, right? For the lab. All right. So now what we need to do is that we can go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and check it out what else is needed here. The first thing is that obviously we gave the IP address, we need to press O and K, right? So I'm just going to press OK. And I'm going to press, that's it, just close all the windows, right? So click the close button, click the next close button, and click the cancel button. Now we're done with the static IP task as well. Oh, I need to open the chat again. Okay. All right. So I'll go for participants. Okay. Yeah. So let's carry on. What is the next one? And next one is check the time zone done, static IP done. Change the VMNet of this virtual machine from NAT to VMNet 15 because our machine is already activated. We don't need internet now for anything else. So we're going to remove internet from our virtual machine. So how do we do that? So we confirm that it is activated, right? So I'm going to, you already see this yellow triangle on this network icon right here. So this means that already internet is not here. Why? Because before the IP was from DHCP and that was coming from the NAT protocol configured in VMware Workstation. Now, when you put static IP, that IP is different from your home DSL router IP range. So that's why internet is already gone. But we're still going to go to the label of the virtual machine. We're going to right click here and we're going to click settings. Why are we going there? We are going there to change the NAT protocol to VMNet 15. VMNet 15 has no internet. It's just an internal network. It's just a VMware Workstation internal network. It does not connect to your physical environment of your home or your office, right? So we need to change it to that. I'm going to go to the settings of this machine and I am going to go to the network adapter where there is NAT. I do not need internet. Thank you, Mr. NAT. You helped us activate this machine. It is activated for 180 days or 6 months. We're good now. We don't need you anymore. So we're going to go down to custom. We can also put host only, which is okay. But I'm going to go to custom and I'm going to go for just out of habit. I'm going to go for VMNet 15. It could be any VMNet, but all 4 machines have to be on the same VMNet, whichever you choose from this list other than the NAT, right? So I'm going to go for VMware 15. My suggestion, keep the configuration consistent or same for everyone. So go for 15 for no particular reason. I selected that. I could have selected 17, 18, 19, but if you select suppose 19, the rest of the 3 machines have to be on 19. So they could communicate with each other, right? So VMware 15 once put there, we're kind of good. I'm going to press O and K. Okay, so if I go back to the list here, now what? Oh, take a snapshot. So we're going to save all this configuration. So in future, suppose we mess up anything, if we want to go back, we can go back to this snapshot. So at least all this configuration we don't have to do, and we can again start configuring the machine after this, right? So snapshot just saves the current state of whatever we configured. I'm going to go back here, how to take a snapshot. So where to go? I'm going to go back up to the machine label, right? I'm going to right click here and there is what? The snapshot. And let's take snapshot. Yay. All right, I'm going to click that, take snapshot. Now, the snapshot name could be anything, but I'll just keep it snapshot 1. It's a good practice to put as much detail as you think is good. Because when you go, suppose after 6 weeks, you want to go back to snapshot 1 and you didn't put anything here, then you would not know that, hey, what configuration am I expecting here? What is already done? What I have to do myself? So it's better to, so I'm going to go for activated. Press enter, static IP given, press enter, renamed. Well, that's good enough. So the machine was renamed, static IP was given, and it was activated. So anytime in future, if I decide to come back to snapshot 1, so I know, oh yeah, activation, so I don't have to do activation. Static IP is given already, okay, I don't have to give that to, oh, it was renamed as well. Okay, I don't have to do that too. So once you've put that activated static IP given renamed in the description, this is a snapshot 1 of Win01 virtual machine. Later you can take snapshot 2, snapshot 3 if you want. Not compulsory, but it's good to have. Okay, I'm going to take, let's click the take snapshot. Now that's it, snapshot taken, right? And you can see that it is saving the state here, 9, 10, 11, 12. We don't need to really wait for that, and it does not disrupt any of our tasks. We can still go for the next task. So what are the next tasks? Now, okay, this was the basic configuration of a Windows machine. Now we're going to go for the rest of the tasks. And at the end of that, we're going to still go for snapshot 2 of this virtual machine. So it's built in role installation. Okay, so install Active Directory, install and configure, actually, because there's some configuration, install and configure Active Directory, and install and configure DNS and DHCP. Well, I'll just separately put here install and configure, because I need to put some sub points as well. Okay, so install and configure Active Directory. What we do here is domain name is Amir local. So obviously your name local will be the domain name. When we install Active Directory, it's going to ask for a domain name. What is the domain name? It's the name of the network, right? Windows network. Second thing is once installed and restarted, then log in and create a new fully privileged user called admin, right? So this will be a user account we're going to create, and we're going to always use throughout the course this account to log in to Windows. We're not going to use the local administrator account, which will become the domain administrator as well, but we're not going to use that administrator account. So admin will be the account which will have the same privileges as administrator account. Let's do this first. So let's reach that here, as I talked about before as well. So DNS, we're gonna create reverse lookup zone here, and we're gonna properly configure the DNS, and then we're gonna create a scope in DHCP, and we're gonna configure that too. So let's go for the Active Directory in the virtual machine. So I'm going to go to the dashboard here in the server manager dashboard, right? Dashboard. Once you click the dashboard in the server manager, you get to see this, add roles and features. So we're going to add 3 built-in roles in this OS. One built-in role is called domain services, and the second is DNS, and third is DHCP. So let's click the add roles and features here, and the window pops up here. Let's click next. Role-based or feature-based installation, which is okay, no change here. Next. And it's giving us the correct name and IP, so no change here. Next. Okay, so here are the roles window. So here's the roles window, and here are the roles. So Active Directory Domain Services is one that we will, yeah.
So,
Yep.
sorry for taking you back, please. Start the dashboard.
Sure.
The click.
Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
And dashboard and add roles and features. There was another one who was asking.
It was me. So, Susan,
Oh, okay.
I was following you, but then the IP that is showing, oh, now it's showing
Oh,
correctly.
okay.
I thought it was showing a different one, and I went back to look, and I was like, no, I configured it right.
Yes.
It's right now. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
so when you always tell the instructor at that time, it just changes automatically. It's okay. It happens.
I don't know, maybe I'm seeing things. Yeah. All right, sorry.
No problem. No problem. And Chinwendu, you're on this screen, right? So let's click next. And no change on this page, so just click next. And no change here. Yeah, sometimes IP is different and it does change, even if it is different still, because we know that we gave static IP and later in a couple of restarts, it does come back. So we can still ignore that even if it was a different IP. And click next, no change here. Now here, we need to select the roles that need to be installed, right? And okay, so I'm going to select the Active Directory Domain Services and I'm going to select the DHCP, but I'm not going to select the DNS. Why? Although we need to install DNS, but Active Directory will automatically install and configure the DNS for us. So I'm going to select this box for Active Directory Domain Services. It's going to pop up and we're going to select that too. So once we select that box for Active Directory, the second one, it pops up to this. So all the features related to this role will be installed, which is okay. And I'll click add features. And I'm not going to go for DNS because Active Directory will do that for me automatically. So I'm going to go for DHCP. So I'm going to select that. It's going to have a pop-up as well, which I'm going to select as well, add features. Yes, you're right. Yeah, I agree that. I fully agree with that.
From TV.
Oh, how cute. Okay. So here, once you go for Active Directory Domain Services and DHCP server,
Bedtime, please. Go to bed.
bedtime. Okay, so guys, class canceled and I'm going to bed now. Oh, just kidding. Okay, so let's click next. Hey, you said bedtime. I will go now. So next. And yeah, there's the features. We don't need to select anything here. And click next. Nothing here on this screen. Intro to Azure. Next. Nothing here on this screen. This is just intro to, yeah.
Sorry, sir. So after DHCP server, what else do we pick?
That's it. If these two are selected, then it's
Yes.
pretty much next, next, next. Nothing
Okay.
selected on any screen. So I'm going to click next here. In the features, no selection. I'm going to click next. Nothing here on this screen as well. Next, nothing here. Next. Okay, on this page, it says that, hey, you want to restart in case it needs a restart. So Windows will decide that. I'm going to give the option to the Windows. Hey, if you think we need to restart, it's going to restart. Otherwise, it won't. Basically, it doesn't restart here, but I'm just going to select this option anyway. Select, pop-up comes, press yes. So if it needs a restart, it will restart. Otherwise, it won't. Basically, here it doesn't. So I'm going to click install. All right. You know, hearing that bedtime, I'm getting so sleepy now. Ugh. Well, at the end of it, it's going to give a link here that we can press, or we can close and the link will appear here as well. The yellow triangle will appear here. We can select from there. Basically, we're going to select promote this domain when it finishes. Should solve on mute.
Excuse me, sir. The
Yep.
snapshot is still saving state. It's 50% now, but if the system restarts, then there might be a problem, or it's okay.
Nah, it works in the background, so it's okay.
Okay. All right. Thank
If
you.
we restart the OS, no problem, but we should not be touching the VMware workstation application. We should not be closing that. Yes. So until it is finished. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. Okay, so here, guys, you can see if any of you have closed it, because when the close button appears here, so automatically our right hand, the mouse automatically goes there. Even if we try to stop here, no, it just goes there and closes that, right? So if you didn't close, then click this. If you have closed it, then I'll close it too. And there's that yellow triangle. You can go here and do the same thing. Promote this server to our domain controller. So let's click that. And it should be showing Z's screen.
Hello?
Yep,
Sorry, where did you click? Sorry.
no problem. So are you on the screen?
No, I'm not on the screen.
Okay, I'll cancel this. Do you see this?
Yes, yes.
And then you click this, right? Okay, let's click it. And this comes. All right, guys, so we're gonna go for forest, which is the outermost boundary, security boundary of the Windows domain. And we're gonna put the name, your first name, humb.local. Your first name, humb.local. So if you've put that, then click next. Okay, so I'm going to click next here. Your first name, hum.local. Make sure you put dot there, right? Okay, so the next page comes and it says here that it's going to install the DNS for us, which is good. And then it says, hey, for directory sources restore mode, put the password here. So we're going to just put the password. VC, capital VC, shift123, without shift123. So I'm just putting the class passwords, VC, capital C, shift123, without shift123. So the same class password I put there and click next. Nothing on this page. It's just saying that it's looking for a DNS, but we are in the process of installing the DNS, so that's why it cannot find it. So it's okay. Nothing on this page and click next. NetBIOS domain name, it's going to just put that first name that we put before the dot, the prefix. So we don't need to change that. And we're going to click next when it appears. It appears here now. It's okay. No change on this page. Next. Okay, so yeah, that's it. These are the paths for the Active Directory. Next. No change here. And that's the summary. No change here. Next. So if you see two warnings here, so that's okay. You can ignore those. And prerequisites check completed is the blue sign. That's what we care for, and the green sign. So it's okay. Just ignore the blue, the yellow warnings, and click install. Now it's going to install the whole Active Directory, and it's going to do a restart.
Excuse me, sir. For me, the add roles and features wizard is still installing, and the installation is in progress. So I'm just waiting for this to go towards the end of the bar line.
Wow, that's if it had been doing this till now. You can try to move the windows here and there, and you can see if there's an error in the background, but it should be finished way back.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Then you can go, oh, after that, you have to click the yellow triangle and go for the promote and put the domain name, then next, install. So it takes a bit more time because the Active Directory is going to start now.
What happened?
Hmm?
So the domain name is our first name and hum and then lab, or
Yeah, so your first name humb.local, your first name humb.local, local, and then next. Then it asks for 2 times the password. Just give that password and then next, install.
What's that?
so do I need to click on create DNS delegation or
No, just click next. No change.
okay, okay.
So one day, Monday or Sunday, it's gonna start. Oh, that's a heavy installation. Maybe my machine is slow. Okay, so it says here, Anoop is saying my Windows license is for 180 days only. How to change that? Hey, that's what we want. 180 days, 6 months. So this course will not go for 6 months. So we have enough days to practice. So it's okay. That's what we wanted, 180 days. But if you want for 2 years, then you have to purchase the license from Microsoft.
Mine is done.
So the activation means what? Snapshot activation. That's like confusing me.
No, so activation is just all the features of the Windows are activated. And
Oh.
If activation is not done, then it will expire. And
Oh.
every half an hour, it will restart then.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so my machine finally reached the credential screen. So I'm going to go up here, 3 buttons to get the credential screen. And small ABC, capital ABC, shift 1 to 3 without shift 1 to 3. Now you can see the domain name as well, your first name, humb/administrator, user account. So it's still starting. Today one student is missing. All right, so I'm logged in here, but now the Active Directory domain is installed. And the DNS is also half installed. And, the rest of it we will be installing, but let's just do the tasks that for Active Directory we were supposed to do, and those are install Active Directory, okay, and domain name, yeah, we've given that, your first name humb.local. Then once installed and restarted, then log in and create a new fully privileged user called humb admin. So we're going to create a new user and we're going to log in from that user, and we're going to use that user for the duration of the course. So let's do that. So once hopefully it's started for everyone, the Active Directory and the window has restarted after that. So I'm just going to close this, and then in the dashboard, and not in the dashboard actually, we can just go to the right side here, inside the server manager, right side, there's tools, right? So in the tools, when you click the tools, then you see this guy, Active Directory Users and Computers, ADUC, Active Directory Users and Computers. So we need to click that. So Active Directory Users and Computers, ADUC, go ahead and click that in Tools. I'm going to click that. And in this Active Directory Users and Computers console, we're going to see that our domain name is showing now, your first name, humb.local. So we're going to expand that domain, and you will see a lot of yellow folders here, containers, right? So we need to click this users container. And lots of groups and users come. I just expanded the whole console. And if you go up there to the column, you can expand that, right? Expand. you can see this administrator user account. So this administrator user account is the highest privileged account in this domain, Microsoft domain, and on this machine. So we're not going to use this throughout the course. We're going to keep it as a backup. So we're going to copy this account and name it. We're going to copy and create a new account and name it Humb Admin. So I'm just going to right click here on top of this. Make sure it is selected, the administrator. Then on the blue selected area, right click. And then there's this copy. You have to copy it because then all the privileges of that administrator account will be copied as well to this new account that we're about to create. So if you have carefully right clicked on the administrator and then click copy, then this window should appear. And first name here is, so yeah, the first name Hum, and let's go for admin as well. Hum admin. And I'm going to select that and right click on top of this and copy. So that's the first name, last name. It also asks for a logon name. So what name exactly, what spellings are for the username that you're going to log on with into this Windows. So I'm going to right click and paste here the same name that I put up there. And it's going to appear here as well. So this is how your screen should look like. And then this is the new account that has all the privileges that this account had. And we're going to click next. And yes, we're going to put the class password. So let's see, conversation 0.23.0.23. Let's see. Conversation 0.23.0.23. Password error expires is okay in a test environment. Otherwise, it should change in production environment. Okay, so here, so as is, no change here, and click next. Okay, it's just a summary, and click finish. Now you should see a Hum admin user account here as well. So the second screenshot is coming now. So double click this Hum admin user account, open it. I'm going to double click it now. And then go for member off. Once you do that, these are all the privileges that should be there, exactly like these. And let's take a screenshot where your machine name is showing clearly, right? Actually, your domain name also shows your name. So your name should be in any screenshot you take, your name should be there, right? So I'm going to take that screenshot, sample screenshot for you, having my name. You're going to take screenshot of, obviously. Yep.
So when I select the home admin, I just click OK. Nothing shows up there.
Humber admin, when you double click like this and then you go to member of.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, member of, and you should be seeing this. All right, so once this is showing, so I'm just gonna take a sample screenshot here for you, and it should be like this, where your name is clearly showing, and the name of the screenshot, I'll give the name as well. I'll just put it in the slide. Those who are not following the lab now must still upload screenshot during the week. And also give me a reason why you were not able to upload, otherwise it's a late submission. Okay, so here, screenshot 2, and the label is Hum admin user created. So the screenshot label is Hum admin user created. I'm going to take a screenshot of the screenshot now to put it in WhatsApp as well, so you can always see there how many screenshots we had, even if you're following later after the video is uploaded. I'll take a screenshot of this. I have to go to my WhatsApp, and I don't want to show all the gazillions of dollars I'm transferring or somebody's transferring to me. I'm just kidding. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is quickly just pause the recording. Okay, and chat here as well. Okay, so this is the second screenshot. I hope you have labeled it as well. At the end of the class, you need to put it in MS Word file, new MS Word file, and then name that file as your name and college ID and upload it to week 3 on Blackboard. There will be a link I'll be creating called upload. So click that and it will let you upload. Well, when the class ends, okay, it's pretty much we're there at the end of it. I'll go back here again. So now, once the screenshot has been taken and well, the account has been created already, so we're good. I'm gonna press O and K. All right, so we need to log out from administrator account because we're currently logged in from this account. We're gonna log out from that and we're gonna log in from this account. And the password is still the class password and the username is this, admin, right? So let's log out from the currently logged in account, which is administrator. So I'm gonna right click here on the Windows icon and there's the shutdown, sign out option here. I'm going to sign out, right? So I'll just go back here, right click on the Windows icon, shut down or sign out. So I'm gonna click sign out. So once you sign out, then just sign in from admin, sign out, right? And once you sign out, then we need to click the 3 buttons. And there is so the domain name and the administrator, obviously we're not logging in from there. We're gonna go to the other user, Z's one. I'm gonna click the other user, and then it asks that, oh, you want to log in from other user, okay. And throughout the course, we're gonna only log in from admin from this machine, right? So admin, that's it, right? And the password, which is the class password. Small ABC, capital ABC, ship 1, 2, 3, dot ship 1, 2, 3. And we log in, right? And make sure that in next classes, all next classes, we log in only from admin. All right, so once we are logged in from this, so these steps for Active Directory are done. We're gonna go switch to DNS and DHCP, right? Yeah.
Sorry for I was a little late. So after creating that hub admin, do I need to close the window and then re sign out or?
Yes. So close the window and sign out.
Okay.
And when you, after sign out, obviously sign in from admin user account. You know how to sign out?
Yes, sir. Start, right click, and then sign out.
Yeah, exactly. Sign out like this. And then once you're signed out, then go to other user and then sign in.
Other user, is it like Control Alt Delete or no?
No, did you sign out?
Yes, signed out, and now it's asking for password.
Yeah, then Control Alt Delete, click this button,
Okay.
and then you should be seeing other user on the left
Other
bottom,
user, yes, yes.
and then type in the username humb admin and the password, the class password.
Okay.
Okay, so now guys, there are some much longer steps for configuring DNS and DHCP, and that's if we start, we have to stop in the middle. So we're gonna continue these two configurations while I explain as well in
It's
next
not
class.
letting.
But yeah,
I'm sorry. It's not letting me to sign in hump admin.
um, do you remember what password you gave?
Yeah, small ABC and then capital ABC and shift and 1 to 3 and then without shift 1 to 3.
Oh, okay, so you gave the class password. So what's the message? I mean, humb admin should not have space.
Oh, I'm sorry. I took the screenshot. It's HUNV instead of MV. Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay.
now you have to live with it forever. Da-da-da. Okay, so
Um,
yeah, it's okay. You can always change it, but otherwise you want to use it, it's okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. So the DNS and DHCP configurations are a bit long, and we won't be able to finish it in time. So what we can do is we can finish it here, but we're going to continue with DNS and DHCP configurations in the next class, plus all the 4 machines. Oh, guys. So let me give you the link because you need to download the hypervisor, VMware hypervisor. And that hypervisor we will be using next time. So let me give you a link. You need to save it somewhere. I'm going to put it in the slide as well. So open the slide and download it. I'm going to put it here as well. The hypervisor, you have to download it before the next class because we're going to be installing from the hypervisor now. In fact, I'll give you 2 links. They're not very big. Okay, converted VCS. Okay, this is very, very crucial. This is something you must have. Vmware, right? This is a must have. So I'll click share. It comes up today. Seriously. Give it a shot. Oh, there it is. So it says here viewer. Okay. Copy link. And guys, so you need to download it, and I'm putting it in for before next class. So I'm putting in WhatsApp, no, in this chat. I'll put it in the slide as well, which is please download this hypervisor before the next class. And it must be in your machines. And so that's one thing. It's not a big one, so you can even download now. It's gonna download fast, but it must be there before the next class. Second thing is your 2 screenshots today. That those need to be. Oh, it's already done. Susan says already downloaded. Wow, that was fast. Okay, so here, um. Well, okay, after this class, there's another class for setting up the whole hypervisor. Then we're going to come to VCSA. Okay, anyway, now, you know what? I'm just going to copy this VCSA as well. You can just copy that too. This is the main VCSA machine. So I'm pasting this as well. This is, after 2 more classes, then we will install this, but you can download now. What I put in the WebEx, and I'll put this second link here as well. So the first link is ESXi hypervisor 7. And the second link is VCSA 7. So I'll upload this slide. And now, guys, your two screenshots, open a Microsoft Word file, put those two screenshots there. And VCSA is 8 GB. Okay, take your time, and throughout the week, you can just download it any other time. Just leave your laptop or desktop open, and if it takes hours, let it. But yeah, this first one is a must before the next class, Hypervisor 7. Okay, so guys, just I'm going to go to this Blackboard here. Oh. And you're going to go to week 3. Okay, so you know what? I'm going to stop the video now and stop sharing as well. But you need to go to the Blackboard. You need to go to week 3, and there's an upload link that I'm about to create now. It's going to call week 3 upload, right? So just have to upload there. So, but I can't show when I'm logging in. I'm using my credentials now.